kept on emphasizing that he did not accuse the House of Representatives, that he accused specific individuals within the House of Representatives.
You see, this is where people
in the leadership of the House of Representatives.
This is where people are getting it wrong. What we said in the House, he has made statements. And the man who raised the motion and was subsequently referred to the Ethics Committee had made presentations. He was invited first. He brought in newspaper publications, he brought in CDs where this man made this allegation. If he had come before the committee and he is confronted with this allegation, it is that opportunity he had to say, no, I didn't say this, I didn't say that. But he didn't appear. What we are concerned is not about the individual or specific allegations he raised against anybody. That's not what the House is talking about. I told you here that the House has institutions, has a rule. If he had petitioned those members before the House investigates those petitions. As far as we are concerned, as I speak to you today, there's no petition before the Ethics Committee or any committee in the House in respect of individuals' allegations. What happens is that he has made allegations against specific individuals to agencies outside the House, the EFCC, the ICPC, the police, in fact, even foreign missions. It is not my position to discuss what happened to EFCC, what happens to EFCC. That's not our position. EFCC, we cannot stop EFCC, ICPC from doing their investigation. This is an external thing. But we are talking about laid down rules and regulations of the House. If that is not done, then there's no fair hearing. And don't forget, even in the outside world, outside the institution, once you have a case and you are not treated, you go to a court and you don't get, he can appeal up to Supreme Court. So here, this man didn't even avail himself of the opportunity to tell his own members, his own colleagues, that this is the allegations against the organ within the House. What do we investigate now that there's no allegation before us? It is not for us to talk. EFCC can go ahead and do their investigation. But this is not within my own prestige to talk about what happens to the EFCC.
Let's go to Lagos now for some questions.
Well, Mr. Namda, I mean, just reading through lots of people who are sending messages here, they still think that the House simply acted as a judge in their own case here. Yes, you say that Jibrin was invited, but he didn't show up because he raised bias against that committee. But then, does that then mean that the House is not going to do anything about those specific cases he raised bordering on criminal activity?
No, I think that's what I've been saying. Which specific case are people talking about? These specific cases you are talking about is not before the House of Representatives. So what are we going to investigate? If the man has believed in the institution, he will have petitioned the institution, and this institution will go on with the investigation. But he hasn't. There's no petition before the House for us to commence investigation. What we also read in newspapers that he has submitted petitions to EFCC, to ICPC, and that is his own position. And it is for the EFCC, ICPC, police, even foreign mission, whatever, they are the ones to do the investigation. But it is not the House. If there is a petition before the House in respect of the specifics that you are talking about, then we will do the investigation. But there is none, and I speak. You can call Jibrin to ask whether he has made this petition, because he kept saying that he does not even believe that we will be judged in our own case, and that is why he took the petitions outside. Now that he took the petition outside the institution, are we going to collect petitions from EFCC to investigate our leaders? We cannot do that because it has to be before us. Even if in EFCC, for EFCC to act on issues, they act based on allegations and petitions given to them. And we don't have that before us. What is before us is that a colleague of ours who has spent 5 years in the House has made a wild allegation that all of us in the National Assembly, in particular the House of Representatives, are corrupt. And 360 of us felt aggrieved. And a lot of us wanted to bring motions on the House bordering on our integrity to clear our name. But the chairman of Rules and Business said, look, I cannot allow 360 motions to come before us because we have serious issues of recession on ground. We cannot be discussing Jibrin for the rest of the period. And therefore, I, on behalf of the 360 of you, I am going to speak on your behalf. And therefore, he brought a specific issue. The issue in the court of, before the ethics is about our general allegations on us. Specifics are handled by institutions that he believed he can get justice.
So wait, let me understand this a little bit. he raised specific allegations on certain principal officers of the House. You say he didn't petition the House or any committee in the House, and as such, nothing can be done. Whether or not he has published those details or submitted it, insofar as he did not submit specific details to the House, nothing can be done.
Yes, because we cannot investigate what is not before us. We will not, based on newspaper reports and media reports, began an investigation. In fact, not only the National Assembly, if Jibrin had not petitioned even EFCC or ICPC, you don't expect EFCC and ICPC, based on newspaper report, to start investigation.
But Honorable Namda,
somebody must submit something. You
just told us now.
And if people say we are judges in our own case, we are asking, what case are you talking about?
But you just said now.
If he believed in this institution, he will bring up allegation.
Can you hear me? Let me bring this in, because I mean, so you don't lose your train of thought. You just said now that the Ethics Committee, they brought newspaper publications, they brought CDs, and now you say you can't rely on the same CDs or publications to investigate that matter. Isn't that double standard?
No, you are not getting it right. You should be very specific, clear on this matter. What I said is that we presented to Jibrin statements he made about us generally, that we are corrupt. We are concerned about the one he made about us. These are the ones we are presenting to him. We are confronting him with these facts for him to clear. We are not talking about allegations and on any specificity. I'm not talking about as if there's any allegation on the specific individuals. We are not talking about that. We have presented those specific issues he raised about our integrity, that we are corrupt.
And what we're saying is that one of those that you presented before him were newspaper publications of his allegations. And if you did that, it means that there is some form of believability when it comes to newspaper publication. Why is it that now that he has come to this on his own matter, you still don't think that newspaper publication is necessary? That's why we're asking, isn't this double standard on the same matter involving the same man?
It is, no, it's not on. We are not talking about the one he talked about specific individuals. He has made allegations about specific individuals and has submitted same to agencies that he feels will investigate his own case. But I am a member of the National Assembly, and I am not corrupt. Somebody went to the media and said, look, I am corrupt. And I said, no, I want to clear my name. This is where he said it, about us. And this is what he said.
So how are you able to confirm that he actually did say that? What if he never said it?
He should have come forward before the committee.
That's what I'm saying. Yes. So you have, judged him based on allegations that you saw on the pages of newspapers.
Yes.
Were you able to verify that indeed he said so?
That is where he was invited. He was given the opportunity to come and state whether he said it or not.
So in the fact that he did not show his absence, there was no other evidence. You went with the newspaper reports and said, indeed, he must have said it, and so he should go on suspension.
If you go before a court,
180 days?
If you go before a court and you are asked to prove your case, and you didn't prove your case, then that means what you are saying is that, look, I have done this. What stops you? If you have the confidence to face Nigerians that I am corrupt, you should also have the confidence to come before me.
Honorable, don't you think that, based on what you've said now, that Honorable Jibrin never showed up? You were not able to confirm from him that he actually indeed said what he said in the papers, or that, the House of Representatives was accused of corruption, especially all the members, that, the House must have been hurried in its decision to actually just suspend him for 180 days. Don't you think that's rather steep?
It is not an issue of steep. Don't you think it is steep for him to say that we are all corrupt?
Well, we'll take a moment now. When we return from the break, we will talk more about the suspension of Honorable Jibrin. Do join us again.